Hi there, my name is Eric Fair, missionary to the country of Greece. Project Thessaloniki is a ministry that was started about 12 years ago. Brother James Knox and Brother Brent Logan had spearheaded some of this, and they wanted to reach to the country of Greece there, but specifically the city of Thessaloniki. There are 1.1 million people. It is predominantly Greek Orthodox, and there are not Bible preaching, gospel preaching churches there. And with the amount of the false religion that's there in that city, there is a great open door to be able to reach these people. The missionary who had been there for 10 years, Brother Charlie Barkowski, just recently left the country to take over his home church and become the pastor there. At this time, the doors are locked and there's no one there to be able to continue the services. And that's why we are so thrilled and excited to get over there and get involved in that and start that ministry back up again. I am a second-generation missionary. I've been a missionary in Papua New Guinea for the last 10 years, and I grew up on the mission field. I'm a person at the age of 11 to 20 because my parents were missionaries there in Papua New Guinea. After I got saved when I was 19, I gave my life to the Lord and decided to follow the Lord and give Him my life and whatever He'd have me to do to follow Him and serve Him. But in the meantime, I was just faithful here in my local church serving Him. I'm sent out of Calvary Baptist Church in Beaufort, South Carolina. I was involved with many of the ministries there, the youth and preaching on the streets and visitation and being in the nursing home ministry and really whatever I could get my hands involved in.
Wonderful grace of Jesus, reaching to all the lost. By the epic pardon, saved to the uttermost. Chains have been torn asunder, giving the liberty. And the wonderful grace of Jesus reaches me.
So I was waiting and praying and asking the Lord to open up a door for me to go back to Papua New Guinea. Me and my wife, we had a door of opportunity open up where we could go and manage a guest house in the city of Mount Hagen. We were able to run the guest house, witness to the people who would stay there, and then we also had the opportunity to go across the street just next door and be able to preach in the hospital. We also got involved with the Bible distribution project that BIMI had started there in Papua New Guinea. I got involved with interim pastoring. I took a church for a year and then another church for a year and a half while they were looking for a pastor. I started getting involved with the prison ministry. I preached in the local jail there, did street preaching, and there are many other ministries that I was involved in, teaching Bible Institute and different things. And so the Lord's allowed us to have the experience to be able to use. So as I was at the Mount Hagen Missionary Home, working there in Papua New Guinea, I was fulfilling these contracts there, and they're the 2-year contracts. We had signed our 5th one. And so we were praying about what to do next, and we were at a crossroads really, and asking the Lord what He would have for us to do. I began praying and fasting, trying to seek the Lord just to find out what the next step was for our ministry. And the Lord confirmed to me in my devotions one day. I was reading in John chapter 12, and I came across the verse 20 there. It's talking about there were some Greeks among them. And why that was so important to me is I just read a prayer letter from another missionary, a fellow missionary who had gone to Thessaloniki and visited the ministry there and preached at the church, the little church plant that's still there. He's talking about praying for somebody to come there and be able to take over that ministry. And the Lord kind of just smote my heart and said, this is what I want for you to do. I had the privilege to be able to go over there and visit that ministry and actually see firsthand what was going on in that country. And one of the things that made a huge impact on me was just seeing how excited the people were there preaching in the service on a Sunday and seeing the Christians and meeting them and getting involved with that ministry, seeing what the missionary who had been there for 10 years, Brother Charlie Barkowski, the ministries he had been involved in. And then the Lord confirmed to me through His Word that He wanted us to transition over to that country. There's so much that can be done there. Just to think about the location where Paul had taken his missionary travels through there and had preached in that place, and the opportunity to go there, just a thrill that the Lord would use us to do that. We had been praying for that ministry, and specifically following that ministry, Project Thessaloniki, and thought that the Lord would send somebody, and really, in the end, the Lord has chosen us to go there, and we are excited about being involved in that. My family and I are excited about getting to Greece. My wife is excited about being involved with the ministry there. She plays piano, so she would do some of the music there for the church. And the children, they always enjoy serving together with us. And so as a family, over the years, we have served the Lord, whether in New Guinea or here in the United States, we serve together. We left Papua New Guinea in December 2023, and we are now preparing to transition over to Greece. So there is a sense of urgency to try to get over there as quick as possible to be able to open that church back up and be able to get in there and start services going again. And the problem now is we are transitioning from Papua New Guinea, where the exchange rate and the cost of living would be substantially different. So we're trying to raise more funds so we can prepare for this transition to move over to Greece and get things set up there. But we're asking for churches to support us and to pray for us and help us to be able to get over to Greece. Lord willing, we'd like to go to Greece in July.
I not only have the privilege of serving as the pastor of Brother Eric Fair and his wonderful family, but having known them for many years, I have the pleasure of calling Brother Eric my friend. I've known Brother Eric ever since his childhood, and I remember when he went with his family, Brother Wayne and Sister Sue Fair, when God called them to the mission field to serve in the country of Papua New Guinea. I remember when Brother Eric Fair came back to the United States and eventually got married, and then I remember the Lord calling Brother Eric and his family to go back to the country of New Guinea to serve as missionaries there. And I saw God use Brother Eric to get the gospel out in that country. I believe all of that experience is going to prove to be very valuable as the Lord has now called Brother Eric and his family to go to the country of Greece to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ in the city of Thessaloniki. We know that city as Thessalonica in the Bible. And then so many years later, here we are, our church, having the honor of sending someone to that same area to take the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what God is going to continue to do in the country of Greece, in the area of Thessaloniki, through the Eric Fair family. I wholeheartedly recommend the Eric Fair family, and I am very confident that the Lord is going to bless in a great way as God continues to do a great work in the country of Greece through the Eric Fair family.
So our family is excited about moving to the country of Greece. We'd ask that you'd consider supporting us and praying for us as we make this transition. It's a very crucial part of the ministry, is having people involved in praying for us and supporting us and holding the ropes on this side of the world. And so we appreciate you considering that, and please consider partnering with us and taking us on for support, and we'd really appreciate that. May God bless you.